One moment, he was hailed as a musical genius redefining hip-hop. The next, the entire world was watching in disbelief as headlines exploded, stages fell silent, and social media erupted. Kanye West's public meltdowns didn't happen in isolation. They unfolded live, unfiltered, and directly in front of millions. From award show interruptions to controversial speeches, emotional outbursts, and shocking online statements, Kanye blurred the line between artistic expression and public controversy. Tonight, we examine how these moments changed his career, reshaped pop culture, and sparked a global debate about fame, accountability, and what happens when genius collides with unchecked visibility. Before the controversies, Kanye West was celebrated as one of the most innovative figures in modern music. Emerging as a producer before stepping into the spotlight as a rapper, he challenged industry norms with introspective lyrics, genre-blending sounds, and fearless self-confidence. Albums like The College Dropout and Graduation didn't just succeed commercially, they influenced an entire generation of artists. Kanye wasn't simply a musician. He became a cultural force whose opinions, fashion choices, and creative risks were treated as revolutionary. This early success laid the foundation for an identity built around boldness, honesty, and refusal to conform, traits that would later fuel both admiration and controversy. In 2009, Kanye West interrupted an award show moment that instantly became pop culture history. What could have remained a brief lapse in judgment instead became a defining symbol of impulsive behavior on a global stage. The reaction was immediate boos from the crowd, media condemnation, and intense public debate. This moment marked a shift in how the public viewed Kanye. No longer just a creative rebel, but a figure capable of overshadowing celebration with controversy. The incident followed him for years, referenced endlessly in interviews, memes, and critiques, and it became the first major crack in the carefully constructed image of the musical genius. As social media platforms grew, Kanye's voice became louder, faster, and more direct. Unlike traditional celebrities who relied on publicists and filtered statements, Kanye spoke in real time, often emotionally and without restraint. Interviews turned unpredictable, online posts sparked outrage, and public appearances carried an air of uncertainty. These moments, frequently labeled as meltdowns by the media, fueled endless speculation and polarized audiences. Supporters defended his honesty, calling it raw authenticity, while critics argued that influence without accountability was dangerous. The internet transformed Kanye's thoughts into instant global events, amplifying every statement beyond control. Living under constant public scrutiny places immense pressure on any individual, and for Kanye, the spotlight never dimmed. Every creative decision, relationship, and opinion became public property. The weight of expectation to innovate, to shock, to dominate, created an environment where vulnerability often played out in front of millions. The media frequently framed his emotional expressions as spectacle rather than struggle, turning deeply personal moments into entertainment. This dynamic revealed a troubling pattern within celebrity culture. When fame removes privacy, personal breakdowns become public consumption. Several of Kanye's public statements triggered widespread backlash, with critics accusing him of crossing lines that should never be approached. Each incident reignited debates about free speech, responsibility, and the power of celebrity platforms. Brands distanced themselves, partnerships dissolved, and once loyal supporters began questioning their allegiance. These moments didn't just affect Kanye. They forced industries, fans, and media outlets to reconsider how much influence one individual should wield without oversight. The fallout demonstrated how quickly public favor can shift when words carry consequences far beyond intention. Despite ongoing controversies, Kanye continued to release music that sparked conversation and achieved commercial success. This created a cultural dilemma. Could audiences separate the art from the artist? For some, his creativity justified continued support. For others, it became impossible to ignore the damage caused by his public actions. This division highlighted a broader issue in modern culture: how society values talent while grappling with accountability. Kanye's career became a case study in whether brilliance can coexist with controversy or if one inevitably destroys the other. The internet turned Kanye's most intense moments into viral content, often stripped of context. Memes spread faster than facts, reducing complex situations into punchlines. While humor thrives online, this transformation blurred empathy and trivialized serious issues. The cycle was relentless. Controversy led to memes, memes fueled attention, and attention encouraged further scrutiny. This environment demonstrated how digital culture can distort reality, rewarding shock value over understanding. Kanye West's public meltdowns are more than celebrity scandals. They are reflections of a culture that demands constant performance without pause. His story raises uncomfortable questions about fame, mental strain, media responsibility, and the cost of living without filters in a world that never stops watching. Whether viewed as misunderstood genius or cautionary tale, Kanye's journey forces us to examine how society treats those it elevates and how quickly it turns away when they fall. In the end, this is not just Kanye's story, it's a mirror held up to modern celebrity culture itself.